you in the other
King,
life.
yeah.
So when you talk about sealing the contract, and you're saying like that present reality is quite undesirable, right? You're
Yes.
not connecting.
Yeah.
And then you understood why from the past life. But what do you mean by sealing the contract? Does that mean like you sealed it, like that's the reason? Like can you not
elaborate on that?
Well, no. What I want to know is like, elaborate. But also like, okay, so you find that out. Can't you find a way to connect, or do you just have to accept that you can't connect?
No, I actually found an opening to connect.
Okay. So what do you mean by sealing the contract?
That is the karmic bond. So I sealed that contract, the karma, and I clear it, and I let go. So I will teach you how to clear. So write this down: clear, consciousness, love, energy, awareness, and remembrance. So when I found out that we had a karmic bond in the past, obviously, I needed to find where my consciousness is. My consciousness is separation. So then I remember my past life with him. That's the remembrance. I become aware of my present moment. And I heal this and clear this with the energy of love and forgiveness. It always boils down to unconditional love and forgiveness.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
The first time when you were like king, queen of the world.
Yes.
How did that become?
How did that happen?
Yeah, how did it be? Like, was that from something that happened prior, in a life prior to that?
I believe
Like,
it is an archetype. I was tapping into my archetypal energy.
Oh, okay.
So the archetype that was given was a king and a queen, which means we are both in the ego. King and queen, you gotta be in the ego because you're dominant. You're a leader. There is no intimacy, and there was a death, so there's grief.
So that wasn't the result of something that happened
in
the
the past.
before that.
Well, I have also a feeling that everything here that is happening to me, per se, I can only talk about myself because that's my experience. I literally went through all my archetypes because I teach archetypes. I became a nun. I was working night shift for 8 years, and I used to be religious, so I'm devoted to divine mercy. And I go into the nursing floor with my rosary at 3 in the morning saying the divine mercy. And in 1 month, there's 23 people that passed away. So I'm like, like shocked, right? So I asked on my nap time, we had a nap for an hour. I actually asked Saint Faustina. Saint Faustina was the first saint in the 21st century in the Catholic tradition. And she actually was the one that was given the vision of the divine mercy. And it's all for eternal souls, right? So I asked her before I went to sleep, is this a sign of a gift, of a grace? Because these people are literally like dying already, but they don't die because they hold into the fear of passing through this dimension. And also, I really feel bad about the people in the nursing homes. The family, because of the abandonment issues, they stay there and nobody visits them. So literally, I become like a daughter to them. It's so sad, dying alone. How can you die alone? That's actually my passion. Like, I want awareness for family members to man, forgive your dad, forgive, and come and visit on his dying moment. It's a shame. Literally, it's like Mother Teresa is talking about the shame in this Western world when you die alone. She literally picks up the dying people, the lepers, homeless, the dying, because she wants to be with this, you know. And it's a miracle for me to be. I'm actually the one that has the gifts, because every time a person dies, you won't believe it, but there's an expansion. The only words that I say really is, don't be scared. You know, the people that your mom, your dad is waiting for you. You are loved. They're all waiting for you. You know, just follow the light. It's okay. It's okay to let go. Once I say that to their ears, even though they're comatose, they open their eyes and have this amazing awe, awesome, like, and then they release. And I feel so blessed to be in their presence. The room suddenly feels expanded. Like the soul is expansive. When you leave the physical body, the whole room is full of you. It's so beautiful. So I wrote these things, and I have 30 residents that died when I'm there in the shift. And I said, oh my God, I think this is enough confirmation for me. And it's just is. It's an awesome journey. And every time I come home, I bring that gift of a shift. I shift my perception, because we could literally die anytime. You know, I could go to sleep and I die. And did I ever? I always have this recollection or reflection. If I die tomorrow, what is the main thing that I really need to reconcile with? Okay?
And all of that kind of ties back into what you're talking about, the records, nothing you can think of. That
Yes.
And that's what my story about my dad was, that's what your story is.
Yes.
That when we're ready to, my story about my dad brought me to realizing this didn't just happen because I said I wanted it. It did, but it was already in the line of things that were to happen in this lifetime
Yes.
for me. And I just had to say I'm ready.
Yes.
And this is when it was going to be, whether I said it, you know.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It's the weirdest, like what came first.